K-Man wrote.
K-Man.
K-Man.
How
Every
long is
time,
this?
man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're not reading the whole thing. There's no way you can read the
Just
whole
read
thing.
until her pizza gets there.
Should probably be the whole thing.
Probably the whole thing.
I'm gonna be on like the edge of my seat if this is scary, and then the door knocks.
Oh yeah.
And then there was a knock at the door.
I'll play the scary chair squeaking noise in the meantime.
Snake, I believe in you. Go for it.
Right. Dear Abby.
Esther.
Dear Esther. Never met before,
Hudson River.
so this may seem a bit odd, but I feel this is necessary. My name's Jay, for starters. I work the checkout line at the grocery store up on 70 or 67th Street. You know the one, with the parking lot that's way too big for the store itself. Yeah, that one. I'm 24, fairly tall, and have a rather scraggly appearance. You wouldn't recognize me if I came up to talk to you. I don't have a very memorable face. I don't really know why I'm telling you all this, to be honest. But this isn't the point of me writing you. I was working late at night yesterday. It was a very average day for the most part. Nothing too exciting happened. But you'd be surprised how interesting the job can be, or get at times. I'd been reading some book, the guy that worked the counter the shift before me and left. It was some really crappy murder mystery chock full of cliches. Incredibly boring if you ask me. But it's something to do, I guess. When you showed up, though, my whole night changed. I don't know exactly what it was about you that caught my attention at first, but as soon as I saw you, I got this odd feeling. A weird mix between excitement and terror. That's the best way I can describe it, at least. I saw you walk into my line and I quickly composed myself. I'd been slouching down in my chair for a while since I rarely, ever, get anyone in my line. It was only when you got closer that I realized what about you had caught my attention. You were absolutely beautiful. You walked up and said, "Hey," and handed me your card. I could tell by the way you were talking and the way you looked that you were very sleep deprived, though this wasn't surprising, considering how late it was. After a second or two of awkward silence, I realized that you'd greeted me. I suddenly forced a hi in response. I cursed myself out mentally for that one. I sat there for a second, trying to focus. "What's your name?" I said. It was only later that I realized how odd this must have seemed. What kind of grocery bag guy asked what someone's name is? I'm glad I did, though. I remember. You said you were named Abigail, but that you go by Abby for short. Abby. It seemed to fit so perfectly. The name seemed to roll off my tongue as I said it back to myself silently. It was like sweet honey. It just felt so good as I said it. As do most things.
What does that even mean?
Don't
You
look
seemed
at
to be
Snake. He just
perplexed when I looked back at you, and I wondered if I'd done something to upset you. "Shouldn't you be packing those?" you said and pointed to your groceries. Suddenly shocked and embarrassed, I looked up and apologized, then clumsily started shoving groceries into bags as fast as I could. I couldn't believe myself how stupid I could be. But when I looked up, I realized you were laughing like an asshole. "You're kind of cute," you said. I tried to play it off cool, but obviously was thrilled. "A girl like this thought I was cute." "You are too," I said, as I hastily picked up the rest of the groceries.
You're
As you
pretty
walked
good.
out, you turned around as you reached the door and said, "You were pretty good." I'm guessing I look pretty stupid writing all this down. You probably still remember it. I mean, it did just happen yesterday. But I went home ecstatic that night, and with all the confidence in the world. I feel like it's almost unreal writing it back here. Anyways, I wanted to write you this letter, Abby, to tell you that I love you, and that I got your address off Craigslist. I don't know what it was I felt that night. It was some weird mix of emotions, but all I know is that even in the small little transaction we had, it felt as if there was something between us. Please, write me back soon. Sincerely, Jay.
Yay.
Chapter 1.
Good job.
There's like
That's
80
kind of
more
stalkerish,
letters.
though.
80 more chapters.
I really don't feel like we need to make him read the other ones, though.
No.
Because there are so many more.
That escalated quickly.
Oh, it gets a lot darker.
Oh my goodness.
K-Man, you would write something about girls.
This is his first love he's talking about here.
Yep.
This is based on a true story.
I think he has something important to tell all of us.
Her name was Esther.
And she's buried in his basement.
Oh,
That's the ending.
I
Probably.
had no idea.
She's buried under a clipping texture. Floorboards